Okay, so we are going to remove the cluster so that you can go ahead and ship it to me. First thing that you want to do, tilt your steering wheel all the way down. Just makes the trim that we're about to take out easier. Reach right over here. And if I could grab this little piece pops off. That just holds the bottom trim in. Easiest way to do this part is just grab right here. All we're wanting to do is pop this trim piece off. You don't have to take it all the way out, but it holds the tabs that are right behind here in place. I've got a couple of things that I have to take off on mine that you probably won't. This little pulse width modulator that lets me dim my light bar, and then my ultra gauge is here, so you won't have those or have to worry about those. The next thing that you're gonna do is reach in and grab just right here. You'll see this whole section start to pop off. It's a little easier when you have two hands, but there's just some clips right back here. All you gotta do is pop them out. You know, like anything, feels like you may break it, but clips are pretty durable. I've had this off a dozen times at least and haven't broken them so far, and I'm not exactly being gentle. So you've got 3 across the top, one here, and one over here, and then same on the bottom. There's one right down here, one over here, and one right here. So once you get all 6 of them off, this trim piece comes off. You will need to disconnect your rheostat. I would recommend going ahead and you can push the 2 little tabs on this guy and push it right through. Grab it from the other side and then go ahead and reconnect this. This is actually what controls all of your dash lighting. So if you're driving along without that plugged in while your cluster is being mailed to me or mailed back or worked on, none of your dash lighting is going to work when your headlights come on. And I've had it in the past where it keeps my headlights from coming on, and you wouldn't want that. It's not good. So to get the cluster out, you're gonna be 3 Phillips head screwdrivers. Sorry, 3 Phillips head screws. You need a Phillips head screwdriver to get these out. One here, and this top one is not on the 03 through 05s, just on the 06 through 09s, but there's a top one right up here. These 2 guys, we're gonna get to in just a second, they hold in a wiring harness and have nothing to do with getting the cluster free. So unscrew these guys. It's 1, it's 2, and the third one. I apologize, this is really weird to do with one hand while I'm also trying to film. Set your screwdriver aside. Set your screws in your cup holder or wherever you're gonna keep them while your cluster is out. And last one. So now you can actually grab your cluster and it removes freely, except that there's a wiring harness still holding it in place. So what the screw does is sucks the wiring harness into the cluster itself. It never gets fully tight or fully loose. It just kind of spins. So I recommend unscrewing it a little bit. And this is where 2 hands are really going to be useful. You can reach back here and pry off the little wiring harness that it holds in place while you're unscrewing, and it'll come off a whole lot easier than this. If I get right back here, you can see it's starting to wiggle free. It still needs a little bit more. Just do it one more time here. I'm gonna try to pull on this at the same time. So there we go. It's now worked itself free. So that's the left one. You repeat the process one more time on the right. there you go. Cluster is free. Then you can put it in a box and mail it to me. The exact opposite of what we just did to put it back in. The only thing is you have to make sure that those wiring harnesses are really sucked down in there. You're not gonna, it's not ever gonna get tight. So use your finger to kind of measure the gap, and you'll feel when it sucks itself back down in there. If you don't have those in all the way, you're gonna get all kinds of crazy warning lights and flashing lights when you turn your car back on. So yeah, that was the cluster.